Waste Youth #NR, the depleted #
Game of the week.
Just posted now, by the way.
Awesome.
Less than 24-hour turnaround
So Lance
time.
the Baker Daniel over there.
So we'll go.
My question was, at what point during that game did Waste Youth think maybe Cory Pecker is going to throw to Jeremy Anderson again?
He had a big game, Jeremy Anderson.
Well,
you were there, so
yeah,
he
so
just
what happened.
kept throwing the ball, and he made the catch every time.
But that was sort of the way Jeremy ran his routes was always short patterns that he would turn up and guys would just miss tackles and he would get a lot of yaks.
But he's
afterwards.
deceptive though. He's got strong hands. Man.
Yeah, but the catches, all the plays were never big plays that gave him a lot of yards. It was
But the
always like
thing
2-3 yards that he turned into 7 and 8.
Jeremy Anderson's a lot quicker than he appears. So teams like
They
kind
underestimate
of
him,
sleep on him in for a
Yeah.
second. That's how he breaks
Well,
tackles and makes plays.
absolutely.
Their defense was also like they kind of gave up the snapper and covered the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And they said like they won't beat us just with a snapper. And I mean they didn't because they lost. But
So if you're Cory Pecker,
yes,
like I know obviously Waste Youth won the game 37-34. That's the story. But how happy are you that it was this close without Pilon and without
Troy Trench. Yeah.
So just the fact that they didn't have both the guys, they had to pick up Loic Rabidou, who played the game before, just to play for them because they were missing.
Div 5 guy, right? Or Div
yeah,
6
Div 5 guy. He played with.
Who's good, by the way.
He played with Travis Moses. He played with Jordan Moses before. He played with Jeremy.
He played with Drop the Mic in the spring, right?
Yeah, he played with all these guys. It's just he's not a Div 2 caliber. He's good.
Well, I don't think that he's not a Div 2 caliber player. He has not played Div 2.
Okay.
And Div 2 is a different sport
it's
from FPL.
fast.
Div 2 and 1 are a different sport from the rest of FPL.
The problem was they had tough matchups. So yeah, Lamar Joseph on Jared Taylor the whole game.
That's a oh my god.
But if you would have had Serge Pilon or Troy Trench, then they would have put them on Jared Taylor instead.
So
right?
would you say if those two guys played, we're talking about an undefeated #NR?
Yes.
Potentially.
Well, potentially.
No,
so,
that's not, yes or no.
So I'd say yes. The key.
Peeze?
I mean, I don't know because we haven't seen it.
Yes.
But I mean, I think it's likely.
Yes.
Okay.
So the key play here was that it was 37-34 with about 2 minutes left. You'll see it in the game of the week. It was 37-34. #NR had the ball down 3 points. I'd say about 2 minutes left in the game, maybe a little bit less. I think it's 2nd and 5. And as Cory Pecker goes to Loic Rabidou on a hook where he's open, the ball is about face level, tips it over his head into Alex Morganzor's hands, picked off. All they have to do is get the first down and they call the game. That's not on Cory's. That's like the ball. It's one of those plays that happens. You drop the ball. It's not the end of the world. Just the fact that it went over your head makes it an interception and it killed the game. But if
you go into the game and you tell #NR, you're gonna have the ball with a chance to win.
Yes.
You're not gonna have Troy Trench and you're not gonna have Serge Pilon. You take that, right? That's the best possible scenario.
The way as I was scorekeeping, the feeling I had was #NR is going to score here. It's going to go up 41-37, and then Dan Lazzara is going to get 5 or 6 plays to score or lose. That's the feeling I had, and seeing how the game felt, I saw like a 43-41 finish for Waste Youth.
In your mind right now, and where would you put Cory Pecker in the quarterback?
Order?
Yeah, well, the quarterback rankings right now. Is he an elite quarterback now? Or is he still, or is he outside?
He's a top 3 in Division 2.
Is he higher than Dan Lazzara?
No. I say no. But I did talk to Cory.
It's close, man.
If you give them
really
the same
like hair close or like
in
a gap
this
close?
season with their respective team, it's close.
Sorry, Jamie, you were about to say?
Like if you give them the same team to quarterback.
But I don't think the same team works for each guy.
Yeah,
I think the squads are built to help these quarterbacks.
I think Cory would quarterback Waste You better than Dan would quarterback #NR.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You think so?
No, I disagree
Yes.
with that. I think
Really?
No.
Elaborate. No, why do you think
No.
Cory would quarterback Waste You better than Dan Lazzara doing
Dan
NR?
Lazzara thrives and excels when he has athletic playmakers that he can air the ball out to. Not necessarily like letting them do all the work, but he excels
He
throwing
doesn't want to grind. in a
Exactly,
sense, yeah.
and Cory can make do with what he has.
Okay.
Like you see that he is a vastly different team in 35 plus compared to what he has with #NR, and he's putting up you can't really see it because he doesn't wear a friggin' jersey, but he's putting up fantastic numbers. He plays to the strengths of his receivers, whereas Dan uses his receivers' strengths to his advantage.
And like again, if it's just raw skill set, then Lazzara wins that. But Cory Pecker, what I will say, and I had a conversation with him today, and his confidence
over
now.
Coffee?
No, over Facebook.
Okay.
Because I worked during the day, but I was talking to him, and his level of confidence with his group is truly something to behold. But like he really does feel week in, week out that no matter who they're facing, they have a chance to win the game.
But they have one of the best teams too. Like
Absolutely.
#NR is
but again,
a very good team.
But the team is built well to work together on defense, which is sometimes you have all the right guys on defense. It doesn't work. These guys, they're excellent defensive players, and it works. Mm-hmm. And then on offense, they're all guys who complement what he does on offense.
But on this one loss of theirs, they were without their best two defensive playmakers.
Yeah.
And it created bad matchups for them across the board because they were missing Serge Pilon and Troy Trench. In a situation where they would have both these guys, the matchups across the board would have been completely different because they would have matched up against different receivers.
And Cory still played a relatively faultless game, right? Like that interception
he made
came
two
off
INTs,
of.
yeah.
He made one mistake where, it's they went for it on 4th and 20, and he threw in triple coverage in the middle of the field again to Le Khabidou.
So it's basically a punt.
It wasn't picked off. It was batted down. But the point is, like, it's
I
still
thought that was the other interception.
But still, that kind of that was kind of weird. Where like, why? First of all, why would you go to your only receiver you never played with before? When everybody's
that was his read.
So
it was more like a desperate thing more than a read because it's 4th and 20. You're just like kind of chucking it and hoping, praying because your rush is Khalil Kerr and he's fast, so you don't have that much time. But it's still a weird decision to go to him instead of like Travis or possibly Jeremy or guys.
Travis Moses, Jeremy Anderson.
Sorry.
So if they met next week,
okay, there, guy.
If they met next week with
full rosters,
full rosters,
that's a very interesting game. I think Norregard wins with full roster.
Mm-hmm.
For more than
but
one
that's
reason.
not guaranteed.
I think part of it is the depth of #NR, and Dan has not seen everything that #NR have to offer with that full roster. Whereas #NR saw Waste at their strongest, which they won. So like, there's something.
But even Dan Lazzara acknowledged like they were missing guys. And not saying he's like, well, we got lucky, but he goes, maybe it's different. Maybe what I see out there is a lot different than what I saw.
And you take it 10 times out of 10. Like, even if you're not the better team, you take the win. Absolutely.